Hi there. I've been working on an enhanced version of antiX's screenshot utility, and I've got it to the point of where it's pretty good, and I'm on my second alpha version, if you will, and this is a how to install and run the utility. Um, Basically, you have to download it from the forums. Best to get the latest version, and I would suggest trying it on a USB flash drive first. Make sure it's working properly. So anyway, here we go. I've already downloaded it, and so I need to extract it. So if I go to my downloads directory, there it is there, and I'm going to archive extract and click the extract button. And because you have to use your password with this, you can't just run the program itself from within the file manager. So you have to go to a terminal and so there's the file in the folder. So we'll switch to that folder. And there's our install and README. And basically the README tells you what to do. And what it boils down to is you copy this line here and paste it in to the terminal and run it. And use a password for demo. And now it's installed. And you can see that at the bottom of the screen we got a screenshot icon on the toolbar. At this point we can run it. It's installed. And we'll just take a picture of this. So let's give it a try. So it has the option to work from you drawing a box, which is called cursor select, or you point to a window, which is the window option, or full screen. If you're running it in full screen mode, this delay in seconds allows you enough time to set up the screens the way you want it before it takes the actual picture. You can save the file. You can name the file whatever you want, and this would be legal characters, I guess. And there's different types of files that you can save it as. JPEG is the most common. The system, if you have this checkbox, it won't ask you about renaming the file, so it'll just automatically add a number, a counter at the back end of the file name as you accumulate multiple screenshots with that same name. There's a quality option. The default is 75, 93 is a higher quality picture. It can do thumbnails optionally. You checkbox this and you can decide your percentage size of the original that you want the thumbnail to be. If you're using IMGUR to upload things to the web, and then you post a link to it, this is an API client ID which you need to upload to IMGUR. You could also register and get your own client ID, in which case you could put that number in here, and if you had an API client ID, you could put the number in here and it would use your client ID. So anyway, let's take this screenshot and we'll just make a box around this like that, and it automatically pops it up in empty paint, and it's set up to be doing annotating, which is to add lines, arrows, and text. You can also do any kind of picture editing you want. that the picture editor is capable of doing. Anyway, but the main focus that I had was to be able to put in lines and arrows and text, because there really isn't a good way to do that in other programs. So we click the straight line button, and we start from where we want to end up at, which is weird, and we point to where we're going after we click, and then we let up, and then we type an A to put the arrowhead in. Oops, I goofed. Try again. I didn't get my A. Okay, let's undo it. And that's a Control Z. There we go. Okay, let's try it again. Straight line draw. From here, left click to here, let up. Now press the A. There we go. Now we got the arrowhead. Oh, press escape to stop it. There you go. Click the T for text. Type in C there. Come on. It's not letting me do that. And now we move this, drag it to down here, and now we save. Now we got a picture, and now we get a menu of what do you want to do with it. So I don't have a printer, so I can't print it. It'll just get an error message, so there's not much point. Notice how we have a number of options here where we don't have a particular program, or it's like a generic thing like a file manager or an image viewer or the web browser. Those items, what it's going to do is it's going to use your default program for antiX. And let's go into the control center and look at what they are. So there's this on the desktop screen tab. There's a option called preferred applications, and now those are the current settings. So for example, the web browser, if you run the web browser here, what you're going to get is you're going to get Firefox-ESR. And the file manager is going to follow the desktop. And the desktop, if you look up here in the corner, says Rox-IceWM. So it's going to run Rox-Filer for the file manager. The email client is set for Claws Mail. And the image viewer is set for Mirage. So those are the current settings. So let's, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, you can change them. And so, for example, let's save and open this with the file manager. That's going to open it in Rox-Filer. It'll open that folder. So there's the folder, and this will be the highest numbered one. I guess it's screenshot 4. And I'm going to right click it. And so it sees that it can use FEH or Mirage or MT Paint. That's what it sees. Now there's actually others, and you could customize this list, by customizing that menu. So let's open an FEH. So that's one way of opening it. Image viewer, it's going to open it in Mirage. I actually have GIMP loaded. I'm not going to bother. MT Paint, pretty obvious. It just opens it in MT Paint. Open it in your web browser. It'll open Firefox-ESR. It's a little slow because it's on a flash drive here. And you'll notice that it's opening it from my hard drive. So it's not like a link I can send somebody. LibreOffice, it opens it in the draw program. Save and upload to IMGUR. Now when you do that one, what it does is it gives you a link, and you can email that link to somebody, and they're gonna be able to access that file from the web. You can post the link or email the link without having to have the disk space on the web of your own, and it's free, and you can register for it. Anyway, so those are the main options. You could also, of course, obviously, if you already ran something that saved it, you already saved it. But you could exit without saving it again. You can go back and take another screenshot, or you can just save it and don't do anything else. If you want to just save files and do 20 of them in a row, that's not a problem. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care.